Alright, hello and welcome all my lovelies. Hope you are having a good day. Oops. There's something out like that. I think I'm funny even if no one else does. So, today, after spending entirely too much time trying to set up the dual format on Streamlabs, apparently my computer is not actually able to support that. So, we're going to see if my computer tries to die before I can even really get streaming today. Looks like it's doing better. Should be fine. But hi, I'm Elowen of Elowen Writes. It looks like we did get 2 new followers in the last stream. I did already make stars for Gala Realm and Silken Sally. Oh, and hello, Claws Games. So if you are Silken Sally or Gala Realm, thank you for the chats, and thank you for the follows. Mars is coming to once again be a menace. It's her favorite thing to do. Today I'm going to do a short story, and then I'm probably going to continue working on my Project Zomboid Hail Mary just because I want to. I did some editing earlier today, and I don't really want to do anymore. Even though that's kind of what today's goal originally was. Oh, did I get another follow? Who followed? You guys are following faster than I can keep up with. Not a bad thing, just a minorly confusing thing. Also, fun fact, the last time we had a prime number was 163. And now we're up to 166. Okay, no, that was Keiko Piece. Okay, I guess I just forgot that I made them a star. Whew. I've had a massive headache, and it has not been great for my brain. I'm doing okay. Aforementioned headache has been slowing me down a fair amount. Let's see. Oh, I need to post all of the links. So if you are curious about the kind of shenanigans I like to get up to, you should definitely join the Discord. If you want to see what I've been writing on and working on, you should definitely check out the Patreon. And if you would like a specialized short story that is only going to be in the Snail Mail Club, you should go join the Astral Epistolary Society. And that is $8 a month, I believe. But you get mail straight to you, which is pretty cool. It also will have stickers in addition to the short story and some book and movie recommendations. And some other cool stuff. And then you can find my finished books on Amazon. I should definitely include that. Link to my Amazon in my Discord section. I've got 4 books, and I'm hoping to be finished with my 5th book, which is no longer going to be called The Changeling. It is going to be called, I remember what I was going to call it. It's like The Town Over Ketchikan, I believe. I think that's what I was going to call it. And then the question of the day is, who's your favorite author? I am genuinely curious about this. You know, I love getting new recommendations for books and movies and authors and people to check out, even if it takes me a while to get to them. I do try to check out everyone's suggestions sooner or later. So let's get on to the live screen and then get going. So I do have a Mars here keeping me company today. By keeping me company, I mean she's taking over my computer. My laptop. No, my desktop. There we go. Hello. Both Mars and Smeagol have been especially snuggly today. I don't know what's going on there, but, you know, I'm not mad about it. Except for when I'm trying to dream, of course. Today's word is expeditious. I'm sure Mars appreciates that. She loves her fan club because they give her treats. Expedish. Oh, yes. It'd be so much easier if I didn't have to type around a cat. But yes, this is Mars. She's a sweetie. She loves all of her viewers. Who's a previous vote said I should totally be calling you guys Martians. You know, because you're all here for Mars. Okay, let's see, it's an adjective. My target is having it right today too, which is nice. That is lovely. Oh, Magnificent One is on early tonight. Usually he's not even on until like 1 or 2 in the morning my time. Marked by war. Acting with prompt efficiency, which has not been me today, I will tell you. What are you attacking there? Are you trying to kill the hair tie again? She does love killing the hair ties. What's your tortoise name? And if you have any pets, you know, don't be afraid to show them off. Tell us, stream all about them. Heck, if you're not in the Discord, you should totally join the Discord and then go post pictures. Excuse you, madam. And then go post the pictures in the pets and pics section. Is this what you want? Is this what you want with your sharp little teefies? Where'd it go? Oh, it touched you. She really hates strings and hair ties and anything even closely related to them. I'm gonna set up the timer and then we'll get going. Oh, choose the hair tie. Did it go into the shadow realm? Okay, let's get started. Excuse you, madam. She doesn't care that she's causing chaos. All she cares about is kill thing. Okay. So we're going to do 4 25-minute sprints. I gotta update the sessions because... Hold on. I gotta... Excuse... Madam. Her name is Chibi Small Chibatha when she's in trouble. She was the runt of her litter, but also a Maine Coon. So average size cat. Posted a picky in Discord. Yeah, show me all of your cats. I'm immediately pulling up the Discord so I can go look at your cats. I always get the weird one. It's always the weird one. Oh, she's gorgeous. Oh, and so are your other 2 cats. I'm so jelly. I'm gonna lose my keyboard at this rate. Oh yeah, she's beautiful. Madam. Excuse you. What are your other 2 kitties' names? Got a gorgeous gray and a very distinguished looking Maine Coon who looks like an elderly nobility who is exhausted with her children and grandchildren. I have a keyboard technician. She really likes to pretend like she can do my typing for me. Music. I was going to put on music. I had the speed really high, so I gotta fix that. Man, I have had a headache like all day and it's starting to dissipate a little bit. I think it's because I had some real food. But Oh my god, I'm tired. Tamahogany? And Selena Harvey. Those are all beautiful names. You have no idea how much I like those names. Oh, are you gonna take a nap now? I adore your cats and their names. Those are excellent choices across the board. Japanese meaning steel precious like a gem. I like it. That's a good name. Even without knowing the meaning, I appreciate it, but now that I know the meaning, I appreciate it even more. That is a glorious name. Am I pronouncing it correctly or am I messing up the pronunciation? I'm genuinely curious. I'm not I'm learning Japanese, I'm not very good at it. Game recognizes game, the two kitties of yours I have seen are stunning. Yes, they're both wonderful, though they do not have the glorious coats that your kitties do. No, so I have Mars, and she's my oldest cat that I currently have, and then Smeagol is the newest. And then Mars came with another kitty, whose name was Sin, and she and Sin were both rescues from like a really bad situation, and we got them secondhand. I say secondhand, their previous owners couldn't take care of them anymore, so we had to so they gave them to us to take care of them. We've done our best to give them the best lives we could. And then we also had Miss Moneypenny, who was a white and gray. Sin was the Siamese. Moneypenny was white and gray, blotchy kitty. And she was named after James Bond villain. Yeah, that's always the goal. So, Smeagol is the only one of my cats that I chose. Well, that's not true. I chose Aaron. So that was when I was a little kid though, and we got him out of a box at Easter, like a local at our mall. They were doing like Easter stuff, and a dude had a box full of kittens, and I was like, I want the little gray one. And my parents were all like, well, maybe if the little gray one's still here when we come back. And then we walked all over the place. We checked out every exhibit. We touched everything. And when we came back, Aaron was the only kitten left. Originally, he was going to be named Princess Aurora. And then we took him to the vet and found out, nope, Prince Aaron instead. And then we had Flash Gordon before Aaron. And then we had Ming the Merciless. And then before them, we technically had Carmen, but Carmen was kind of a grandma's cat. So it was a weird situation. Exactly, it was meant to be. So I've had, it must be 6 cats in my life. And Smeagol is the only one other than Aaron that I chose. But we didn't really buy any of our cats. They just kind of all came to us. Like, we technically traded Ming for Carmen. Flash was given to us by someone who was going out of town for a couple weeks and then never came back. Aaron was aforementioned mall kitten. Miss Moneypenny, we went to the vet. So Ming, Aaron, and Flash were all gray and white cats. And we went to the vet and they were like, hey, we know you like gray and white cats. We have another gray and white cat that will match the rest of your cats. And we were all like, sold. And that's how we got Miss Moneypenny. Although we didn't actually have her with any of the other cats. Any of the gray or white cats. But she had been given up like 3 different times. Like, they gave her up because they got her when she was a kitten and she wasn't a kitten anymore. They got her and knew she was a long hair and then got rid of her because she was shedding everywhere. And then they got her and got rid of her because she was fat and they'd made her fat. So it was like, what the hell, guys? When we got her, she was literally like the size of a basketball with a little tiny tennis ball head. For some desperate reason, no one wanted our Tortie because she wasn't going to be huge and her mother accidentally nipped the tip of her tail off. Oh, poor baby. We try. We're all of our cats' forever homes. Now, let's see. Yeah, so Mars and Sin, came from terrible terrible origin, and they were a bonded pair. And our friends had them, but then they had 3 kids, 2 dogs, 2 cats, wife was getting surgery, husband was the only one who could actually take care of anybody, and they're all like, hey, we can't really take care of the cats in addition to everybody else. Like, the dogs we can at least foist off on the kids, but cats, not so much. So we were like, yes, we'll give them a good home, and that's how we got Mars and Sin. And that was 10 years ago? Yeah. And then we got Smeagol, not this last March, but the March before that, the March of 2024, because someone I knew had been given homework by their therapist to go to the pound and play with the cats there, because it's good for the cats, but also they needed to experience giving up, like, you know, the pet isn't going to be there every time because they'll get adopted, or they, you know, have to go to a different shelter, or less happy reasons. So it was therapy for them. And Smeagol and I just bonded, and I was like, oh god, you're too cute, you're gonna get adopted right away, you're too cute, you're too sweet. And he was there each of the 3 times we went. And I came home and I was like, Dad, if we don't get this cat, someone else is going to get him, because he is too sweet, he is too nice, he is too friendly, you know, he's gonna be somebody else's cat fast. Right? He came pre-named too. Like, they named him Smeagol, I assume, to get him to get us to change his name, and then it was just kind of a perfect name for him. So my dad was like, oh, I don't really want another cat, you know, I only really want a kitten, and I was like, he's kind of a kitten, he's like a teenager. Dad was like, oh, I don't, is he really as sweet as you say he is? Oh yeah, totally, 100%. Is he really as friendly as you say he is? Oh yeah, 100%, totally. Is he really as much of a love bug as you? Oh yeah, absolutely. So then I went and got him. Our gray cat was a rescue from a drug house. When we collected her, she was missing half her face and malnourished, but she was still hunting birds for her new kittens. The vet said she would be horribly scarred, no one would adopt her, but you could barely tell she was injured, and we've had her for 15 years now. Wow, that is a long time. Yeah, hold on, I'm gonna pull up the picture. Yeah, no. I do not see any scarring. To be fair, the cat sold itself, and also I am in sales. I have been working at a game store for almost 10 years now. Since a little before COVID started, actually. And the nice thing about where I work is none of the stuff I sell is like life. Like, you don't need it to live, so I don't feel bad about selling it to people. But I also regularly will tell my regulars, okay, look, you come into the store and you say, Elowin, I cannot spend more than X amount of dollars. And they go, okay, yeah, I'll tell you to do that. And then they do. And then they bring up, you know, they tell me they can only spend like $50. And they'll say, okay, I'll hold you to that. And they go, okay, yeah, perfect, that's what I need. And they'll come up and they'll have like $50, $70 worth of stuff. I'll be like, okay, great. So what are you putting back? And they're like, what? I'm like, what are you putting back? You said you could only spend $50. I'm not letting you spend more. And they're always confused. Oh, she's laying on my keyboard. And they're always confused, but they put stuff back. And I make sure they don't spend more than their budget. And let me tell you, their Wallace and wives are very happy with me. Her left cheek is missing a lot of bone, but she's happy in the love bug. For some people it is, like, that's genuinely one of the things that a lot of people struggle with, is, like, they want to buy so many things they actually get, like, decision paralysis. So what I'll often do is go in and be like, okay, what kind of games do you like? Are you looking for something specific? What's up? Good night. I'll be like, what kind of games do you like? What do you want to focus on? And I'll give them like 2 or 3 games, so they don't have like so many games that they're looking at and they don't even know where to start looking. Because it's so easy to get the decision paralysis with the games. That's really cool. When I worked in retail, the company I worked for was so pushy. It's awesome that you're respecting people's situations. Well, that's one of the nice things about working in a mom and pop shop. It's literally my mom and pop. Night! And our entire business model is around, you know, being there for our community. So if we're there for our community, then they come back. Because it turns out when you're not super pushy and aggressive about selling people stuff, they feel comfortable coming back to your store. Which is always my goal. I want people to feel comfortable there. I haven't heard it called decision paralysis before. That's awesome. I'm guessing it's what we call paradox of choice. I'm gonna look up that phrase because I don't know if it's actually the same thing. Abundance of options can paradoxically result. Yeah, so it's the same thing. Or similar enough. The AI overview is literally using decision paralysis in the explanation, so I'm gonna say, yeah, probably basically the same thing. But yeah, it's so easy to get overwhelmed with choices. Absolutely. Genuine and respectful service definitely makes me return to the story. Yeah, exactly. So that's the goal. Okay, and now that I've been chatting for a full 20 minutes, instead of doing writing sprints, we're actually going to get started. Because now stream's going to be running so late. And I gotta be up early tomorrow. I'm getting a haircut. Hold on. So we're going to get started. The hair tie doesn't stand a chance. It really doesn't. This does not look comfortable, Mars. Why are you laying like this? Okay, so I'm going to do 4 writing sprints. 4 writing sprints at 25 minutes each. When I am done with the first one, I'm probably going to move on to a longer project, but for now I'm just doing a warm-up sprint, effectively working on a short story for the word expeditious, which is the word of the day. It's an adjective, expeditious, marked by or acting with prompt efficiency. Usually, in my experience, used right before retreat. You know, expeditious retreat. Sorry for distracting you, I'm excited to sprint. It's okay, that's half the fun though, is getting distracted and then forgetting why we're actually here. And I will never be mad about being distracted before streaming because I also just want to chat, and we're chatting about cats. If the internet was made for anything, it was to chat about cats. But also, I've just been running behind like all day. Okay, so we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1, go time. I'm literally balancing my keyboard against my stomach. Also, part of why I like to be done before I like to get going before too long is because I've got ads set up to run at the 30-minute mark, and I prefer to have them run while we're doing sprint so they're not as distracting. And also then we can actually chat during the breaks instead of having to sit through an ad during the breaks. Pretty girl. Purring. Yeah, look at you purr. You're so happy to see you here. Yeah. Thank you for giving me a little bit more space to work. Excuse me, I need to blow my nose. I don't have anything for here. Can't tell if it's allergies or seasonal or something else. Or it's just my nose deciding to run. Let's give this up a little bit more. What's up, pretty girl? Oh, thank you for the subscription. I super appreciate it. Helps me get a little bit closer to buying another gigantic container of treats for all my pretty babies. I saw the notification. I was like, what? I thought they'd already followed. Why am I getting a new one? Oh wait, it's a subscription! Oh man, I am tired, aren't I? Why are you knocking this off? You treat the best things for me. Exactly. Plus, if I keep the cats fat and happy, they're less likely to cause problems. Not to say they all cause no problems, just they're less likely to cause problems. Why are you slowly knocking my keyboard off? And now she's purring. My sweet baby girl. Hey, that's the entire reason we're here. It's to make me a little more productive, make you a little more productive. And you know what? It's, what, $3? $4? I don't remember how much it is you actually pay, and I think I only see like $2 off of each subscription. But that's really not much to be extra productive. My pretty girl. Just constantly gently pushing my keyboard off the desk. Excuse me. So snotty. How's this girl supposed to stream in these conditions? Mars, it's rolled toilet paper. I promise you, it's not as interesting as you think it is. Or maybe it is. Jeez. Okay, fine. Look, the roll of toilet paper's down here. Are you happy? You gonna knock it off my desk too? Oh, big yawn. No, I think she just wants to sniff it. She lightly bapped at it once, then called it a night. Nope, now's the kitty cleaning hour. She's gotta clean herself. I'm covering cat. Everything's covered in cat fur. Okay, these are pills, not your treats. I will give you a treat as soon as I'm done giving myself pills, okay? I'm not taking fancy allergy pills. You know, off chance the cat dander is what's doing me in. So just realized the reason I might be so sniffly is the cat dander that's literally on my face. I'm gonna come back up here and be a baby menace. I know it's your favorite thing to do. Like, come on up, be a menace. Don't so pretty. Look at you. You're so snuggly today. It's probably because it's cold and you just love me for my body heat, but it's okay. I love you too. Not just for your body heat, but because you're a wonderful kitty who loves to lay on me and steal my body heat. My girl. I'm trying to do something. And I can't do my thing as fast if you're rubbing your face on the hands. I got 3 minutes left of this sprint, and I will pay you so much attention, okay? No. Then what do you want, huh? Flop. And we're on time, so it is now a 5-minute break. I'm gonna go fill up my water really quick, and I will be right back. Because I somehow drank all my water already. I was coming back. Alright, how are we feeling? How'd everyone else do? Yeah, just shy of 400 words, which is not bad considering I was being lightly bullied by a cat the entire time. Yeah, I've been trying to drink a lot more water because I'm hoping it'll help with my headaches. So I get them a lot and regularly. It's good. Hoping to hit daily goal next run. Yay! Good luck! Yeah, so I'm supposed to drink... This is a 20-ounce thing of water. I'm supposed to drink 10 of these a day. I have not quite been managing that many. But I'm calling it good if I can even manage like 8. I'm being cat attacked right now. Oh no! Cat attack. It's a catastrophe. But if you survive, you might get a cat ass trophy. Do I want to keep on this one or do I want to... work on something else. I want to continue working on this one. Because I did get the first chapter. Oh, your paws are cold, baby. Hi, I know you were just stuck outside for so long. I also feel like I kind of want to reread Project Hail Mary before I get too far into this. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. My dad gets real bad migraines. I'm pretty sure I get migraines as well, but I haven't really had much chance to, like, seek out treatment for it since I am no longer on any kind of good insurance. So yeah, now I must go it my own until I can figure out something. Excuse me. And here we have Smeagol, who's freshly indoors with his icy little cold feet, cleaning himself up. Is life. Maybe one day I will be able to make enough to actually be able to pay for good insurance on my own. In the meantime, I just have to avoid getting sick. It does make getting my ADHD meds a challenge, though. Which is no fun! Also makes doctor's visits really expensive. And that's okay. I'll survive. With a little help from sponsors like you. I'll do just fine. Okay. Do I want to keep on this one or do I want to keep on on? Because I felt like I was doing pretty good with that last one. Yeah. Well, here's the wonderful thing is humans can adapt to anything. And the downside of that is humans can adapt to anything. So I think as long as we can survive the next few years, we'll do just fine. We just gotta get through it. Which I'm sure is something people were telling themselves during the fall of the Roman Empire as well. Everyone should have access to healthcare. It's freaking ridiculous that people don't. And then it's so hard to get access to. Absolutely ridiculous. Same in Australia, and we have good healthcare, but we have terrible housing problem at the moment that is genuinely scary. Yeah, I can believe it. It's a lot of not good things going around. It's the airplane rules. Take care of yourself first, and then help those around you. And sometimes the best thing you can do is write to whoever your representatives are and tell them, hey, we're not happy with things, fix it. My aunt and uncle actually live in Australia. They're both teachers. And they've both been getting very fed up with the system over there recently. Not to say it's much better over here, but at least the feelings are universal. Here's a comedy song that hits way too hard and has a great line. Life's about loving yourself, but not just yourself. Yeah! I'd love to know what that song is. I'd like to check it out. Although I'm sure I could probably look it up just from that line. And I live in a quaint little drinking town with a fishing problem. So I grew up with a lot of fishing-related stories and life lessons growing up. And one of them is a rising tide lifts all ships. So that's kind of my view on a lot of things. Like, just because it does not directly benefit me doesn't mean it doesn't benefit those around me. So I would like to help. The other side should be offensive, though. Good to know. Beautiful ride from Walk Hard. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Here, look, I'm immediately going over to my inbox and I'm tossing it in so I can check it out later. Nope. But yeah, so like stuff for healthcare, stuff for housing, stuff for, you know, research, other things. Even if it doesn't directly benefit me, doesn't mean it's not helping others. Some insidious secrets and a ghost that only comes out when the mist rolls in. You know, it's funny you say that, because there is a lot of spooky stuff here in town. Unfortunately, most of the spooky stuff just turns out to be, you know, your run-of-the-mill druggies and things people don't talk about because it's slightly illegal. But I've got... I mean, there's an abandoned village on the island across the strait from mine, and that one's got a graveyard that has been abandoned, which results in stuff like sometimes you go across and your dog comes back with some bones. How recent is it? Might be 2 years, might be 20, might be 200, don't know. But you never know until the police check them. Not that the police are good for much here. And if I had thought to, I would have taken a picture of it. But it was actually super crazy misty today. I wonder if I can find... Oh yeah, it's mildly terrifying, but it's also just like life. I wonder if I have any photos from last year. I took some pictures of what I affectionately refer to as dredge fog, which you haven't been around my channel for very long, but last year I was doing some solo video games, and one of them was Dredge, which has a lot of very spooky atmosphere, and one of it is just like creepy fog that just lays down and hangs out for a while. Hi, baby. Can you get off my keyboard? Why do you have to stand? Don't sit on my keyboard. Ugh. You can go in the drawer. I wonder if I can find any. I do have a very majestic picture of Smeagol. Yeah, we get some crazy fog and like super thick mist that obscures everything around us here, which is pretty cool, honestly. So, criminologist at university until I had to redirect due to an injury. There's some crazy weird stories out here. Yeah, there's some crazy weird stories here too. Oh, this is it. Here, I will share this to the pics and pets in Discord. But this is a boat that is rapidly attempting to escape the fog here in town. And then I will also scroll back and get the picture of Smeagol and share that there too. Although that one might already be in there. But yeah, like last winter he decided he was going to be majestic AF and was sitting on our boat like a beautiful little statue in the snow, in the midst of the snowfall. And now I'm just looking at pictures of my cat. That's all I take pictures of. I take pictures of natural phenomena, and I take pictures of my pets, and that is it. And I take work reference photos. Come on, I just saw it. Show me the majestic AF picture of my cat. Well, now I can't find it, so I'm just gonna assume it's already in the Pix and Pet server, and hopefully we will find it later. Seriously, where'd it go? It's gone. It goes so fast. Our cats are so incredible. We see how incredible we are, and it becomes unfathomable how few people know how incredible we are. Exactly! And that was before that trip. And no, I mostly just had pictures of my cats. Because they are freaking adorable. My god, that picture just straight up disappeared. Okay, I don't know what happened to it. But that one picture looks like a novel color. You're gonna have to be so much more specific, my friend. Oh, yeah, there it is. That's the one. Yep, that's my boy. It looks so dramatic. It's so lovely. I'm so glad that I set up the Pix and Pets channel, because now I get to see pictures of other people's pets who are so cute. Like, I love my cats and I think they're adorable, but now I get to look at other people's pets. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so that was in March. Okay, that was a lot more recently than I thought it was. I thought it was like last March, maybe. Oh yeah, I have a shark onesie that I never remember to wear. Don't get mist. I get heat waves and flooding. Yeah, no thank you. I would much rather creepy ass mist. Oh man, I also, if I find them, I'll probably go through them later. Or I'll go through my phone later and see if I can find it. But occasionally we'll get super creepy mist, and then the college, which is only a short drive from my house, has green lights over their parking lot instead of orange like a lot of downtown. Or a lot of town. So I'll be driving home and I'll just see like this glowing green video game-esque mist, and I'm just so like, this is how I die. Pulling over to take a quick picture of the creepy fog that's just laying over the college, where obviously a monster is about to be summoned and I'm not smart enough to escape it. Because I'm pulling over to take pictures. But it looks so cool, because it's like this, it straight up feels like out of a video game. It's so cool. Okay, and now that I've chattered and shared pictures of my pets for half of this thread, I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna focus, everyone. You're gonna focus with me. We do have stone and bush curlews. Have to hear they sound like old explorers thought they were women being murdered. Very eerie, beautiful birds. I believe it. We have ravens, crows, eagles, and then tons of little birds here. But there's a type of bird here, and I can't remember what it's called. But for the longest time, okay, even more information. So we have a discovery center here that is part of the that's like owned by the National Rainforest. So like you go through it and it teaches you a little bit about the Tongass National Rainforest. And there's a small area that looks like a rainforest, and you can walk through it, and there's bird songs and animal noises, and it's really cool. But one of the birds sounds like a radio breaking. Like, it sounds like somebody's radio is breaking. So, for the longest time when I was a little kid, I thought that they just had one of the speakers was breaking and they didn't have the time or money or whatever to replace it, so I never really questioned it. I was like, oh yes, bird call, bird call, bird call, and then that one broken speaker that they've never fixed in my lifetime. And I thought this all the way up until like a couple years ago when I guess a couple of these birds built a nest right outside my window, because now I hear the broken radio bird right outside my window. And then I keep trying to feed the ravens so they'll be my friends, but they don't want to be my friends. Probably because I have cats. But I do love a good bird call that's creepy AF. I just need to vanish, but it's been a pleasure. I hope the rest of your sprints are super productive, and we'll see you next time. Alright, well, I'll see you next time. I will be back tomorrow and the day after, but I'll be doing games, so I won't be quite as productive. You're still welcome to join. But we'll be playing probably Resident Evil tomorrow night, and then some multiplayer game the night after that. But 3 nights from now, I will be back doing art sprints. So you should definitely join for that, and to discuss the webcomic I'm working on. I'll come say hi tomorrow. Wonderful! I eagerly await your return. Alright, see you later. Have a good rest of your day or night or whatever time zone you're in. I know you're in Australia. I don't know what the Australian time zone is, though. Okay, bye! Okay, and then I'm going to lock in. I'm being kidnapped by my friends to go play MTG. Well, have fun playing Magic, and make sure to tell them all that blue-white is the colors for jerks, and that the best color match is black-green. I'm mostly just picking fights, but I really do like playing black-green on the rare occasion I do play. Also, I'm putting on my shirt because it's a little chilly. Alright, folks, remember, hydrate, don't hydrate. And we're on break again, so it's a 5-minute break. Now's a good time to stretch, move everything around. De-shrimp if you've been shrimping. My back is super stiff today, and it's probably because I've been sitting at my computer all day. Tomorrow I get to go swimming, and I'm very excited about that. I'm also getting a haircut tomorrow. So I will have to make sure I leave the house before early enough that I can go swimming before my haircut, so I can have Nicole just wash my hair, which will be really nice because she's got all of the really nice smelling soaps and shampoos and stuff, and it's so lovely. It's so nice to have someone else wash your hair. And I really like swimming, so that'll be really nice. And any of you guys have big plans for tomorrow? And then I've got a whole bunch of editing to do, because I want to get as much of The Village over Ketchikan, which is going to be the name of my next novel, done tomorrow as I can, so I don't have to worry about it too much. Because I'm still going to worry about it a little bit, but like, the more I get done now, the less I have to do later, you know? Gotta do big things while they're small. The great things while they're easy. Like this short story here is really more of a chapter for another project I'm working on, my ZATR series. You can see I've got up here, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to fit this into there. Because it's an important scene that actually I've been meaning to write for a while anyway. But I'm planning for that one to be a longer series, so I've got quite a bit to work on for it, but for now I need to get the first book done so I can get to it. I actually go and all of these. It's like these two are pretty close to done. This is actually the name of the series, and there's a lot more in there than just the one. To come up with more names. Actually, as part of my research while I was doing the pre-writing for this series, I looked up a whole bunch of different ways to say that someone was dead or dying or something. I think my favorite was wearing a wooden onesie. Because it was just so delightfully messed up. But there's so many really good ones. And since tomorrow's not a writing day, I can't just edit during stream. So I gotta do it during the day. I also need to do laundry. So that will definitely be part of tomorrow. And I've still got a few hours of Moby Dick left to listen to, so I will probably clean and fold laundry while I listen to the rest of Moby Dick. I am going to have to get a physical copy of the book to read, because I am realizing that there is so much going on that I'm missing with the audiobook, and like there's a few things I want to sit down and like research, because it was really great to have an entire passage about how yes, a whale has lungs and warm blood, but obviously it's not a mammal, it's a fish. So here are other animals that are also fish, even though they're like whales, which was just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal, I swear. And God, the book is so gay. Like, everyone makes jokes about how gay the book is, but it's more gay than you think. And I'm very excited to get back into that and just, like, really focus in on it. But yeah, shockingly good book if you have the time to read the full version of it. Not the abridged version, the full version. We got 2 more sprints, my friends, my lovely stars. So now is the time to lock back in once again. Make sure to hydrate, don't dehydrate, and focus. Oh, music. Come on, music. Why are you cutting out on me? Minor technical issue. Hopefully fixed before there are even more issue. Yes. Okay, there we go. Okay, ads are gonna start shortly, so, you know, don't worry about it. And then we'll be back with even more sprint. So about 18 minutes to sprint here. Pretty girl, you want to come in here? Hey, baby. Oh, you got scared back inside, didn't you? Okay. But I have an idea. Let's put a towel under the cat. Oops. Put a towel. You and Samantha will have something to you guys just going down there and rolling around in the dirt? Is that what's going on? Also, I don't know if any of you guys have seen it, but, I don't know why I said it like that, but there's a new movie coming out called Dog Stars, and it definitely looks right up my alley. And I'm trying to avoid more spoilers for it. But it's like, oh, it looks right up my alley, I want to watch it. Unfortunately, I know nowhere near me is gonna have it available, so I'm probably gonna have to wait until I go down south for some reason. You're so pretty. Look at you. You're so pretty and you're so nice. You purr so loudly sometimes. I love when I can get you purring loudly enough other people can hear you too. You're so pretty. You don't want to be held right now. I got it. Ugh, why are you sandy? Yes, my pretty girl. You're so nice and so warm. That's probably smart. It's okay. We'll put it away. I'm sorry. I scared you. Yeah, the Dog Star movie coming out looks interesting, and I really want to watch it. But I also really want to avoid the spoilers for it. I do love a good apocalypse movie. bugs on the windows. I can't believe you learned to do that. That is freaking adorable. So for the record, what I'm referring to is Mars looking up at the camera. She's learned that when she does that, she sometimes gets treats. So the reason why I'm treating her right now is because Taurus, my lovely mod, is on vacation, so she's not here to be supportive of Mars causing chaos and requesting treats. You're so cute. I love that you learned that. Like, it really wasn't on purpose, but I love that you learned that somehow. my computer's trying to break again. Okay, got about 30 seconds left in this sprint, then a 5-minute break. And then we'll be moving on to the last 20-minute sprint. And then we'll see where we go for the night. If this doesn't completely break my computer. You know, then I'll be up for probably about another half hour. Right, and that is the break. Now it's a 5-minute break, so I'd love to hear what you guys are working on. Again, I'm working on a, well, technically a short story, but in actuality it's basically a chapter for one of my books. And I don't know, today's word of the day just kind of brought me to it, and I'm just feeling like expanding on it, so this may or may not be one of my short stories of the week. It might also go into the Dark Realms until I'm ready to pop this into the book that it's supposed to be part of. I would love to hear what projects you guys are working on. If you have anything you want to chat about, I would love to chat about it. I am just mostly hanging around. Oh, pop, 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 pop. Actually, now would probably be a good time to restart the on together so it doesn't completely block off part of my computer, so I'm actually going to do that. My computer is struggling, but that's okay. It happens. What's important is that I keep going even though it's struggling. And the fact that the stream is still on is honestly a pretty good sign. Just gotta make sure to move it over this way so I can keep an eye on my stream vitals. Yeah, this is going to be part of a zombie apocalypse series project, my ZATR series. This will probably be, oh god, what is this, book 3? I think this is book 3. There are a fair number of characters who, you know, they weave in and out. But Sky and Olivia are ones that stick around a lot through the series. And then Tasha and Zach as well. Or get too tired of walking and just be like, whoop, off I go. Let's see how close I can actually get to where I was camped out originally. Yeah, look at that. Right, same spot pretty much. Guess you guys can't really see it, but oops. Oh well. Okay, and we'll pull up the timer. We're going to drop this down to 1 session because we're basically on the last. Oh, I guess I can only do 2 sessions. Okay. Well, anyway. So we'll do the last 2 session, or last 1 session, and then we'll call it a night. Because this is already going a lot longer than I had planned for the stream to go. But I still want to give you guys the full break time equivalent, so. I got 1 more minute, and then I start the next sprint. Okay, remember, hydrate, don't dehydrate. Gotta keep your brain fluids high to keep up the writing energy. would like to spend more time on my ZATR casting system. Because I started doing it, and then I took a break from it, and then I started doing it. But yeah, once again, not really doing it. Which is a shame, because I really do enjoy doing it. I like connecting all the ideas, but I think part of it is I feel like I need to reorganize my system a little bit. Because I feel like it's not as well organized as it could be. So I feel like I need to not restart, but redo things, and that's gonna take a while. Okay, remember we're doing one more sprint at 25 minutes, and then I will find us somebody to raid. Let's go. Why are you just staring at the light? Oh, you're probably waiting for another moth appearance, aren't you? And time I had to put of thought I had to put in not to just put down lion. Because it's not lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Smeagol baby, did you get lost? as it is that time, I am going to go find someone for us to raid. And then we will be going our separate ways for the evening. Let's see if there's anybody cool up. Well, it seems like there's a lot of cool people up, but let's see. Here, we're gonna raid Space Pirate Fenrir once again. They seem cool. I want to encourage a little bit of back and forth with our community. Now then, thank you for all my lovely stars. Thank you all for joining. I hope you all had a wonderful evening and a very productive one. I got, 2,000 words of one of the books I want to work on done, so I'm calling that pretty good. I'll still need to fix a lot of it, but hey, it's pretty good. I'm happy about it. Remember to join the Discord, the Patreon, and more if you want to hear more about what I'm working on and what I'm doing. I'm not on the Patreon all the time, but, I've got weekly stuff going on, and then the Discord, I try to post in at least once a day. I'm probably going to start posting the question of the day there more regularly, too. And then tomorrow I'll be back, hopefully with Tabby to play more Resident Evil. We'll see how they're feeling. If they're not feeling great, I'll be doing something else, probably art. We'll see. And then Wednesday will hopefully be a multiplayer game. We'll see what the plan for that is, though. And then Thursday I'll be back with even more art. Whatever you guys are working on, I can't wait to hear about it. Hopefully you have a good time, or had a good time, and I can't wait to hear what you guys are working on. Good luck, nighty-night, have a good evening, or good day, or whatever time of day it is for you. Bye now!